So the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later for my college, I get to know about XLR and I enroll in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory, but he is doing how real digital marketing works. And it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they not only focusing on study, they are also conducting different exam to test our knowledge. And as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped, so I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Vikas is teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, XLR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for XLR for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by XLR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared. And if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with XLR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point. So our sir taught us about how we can connect our own mobile phone to our laptop and write code in our laptop, and you can see the output in your phone, which is really creative and interesting for me. I felt really good about that. So in the end, I developed my own mobile application. I showed it to my mother. I showed it to my friends. I felt really good about it. So I would really suggest XLR. I would recommend it to all my friends to take courses from here, as they focus on the children, focus on the students, and they focus on what's necessary. That is, the students' doubts gets cleared and everything else. So today I came down to the XLR office like to collect my certificate. So I got to know about what other courses XLR is offering. It included data analysis, data analyst, social media marketing, and full stack Java, and many more courses which were interesting, and they gave us an insight of how everything happens, and they take you through the course from the starting of the course to the end, and what next, that is placements as well. How you should be going into the interviews and how you should be approaching to companies, your resume building, and there were so many things which XLR is going to help you in, and they are ready to give you all the knowledge required even if you are a beginner. So I really felt good about this visit, and I would really recommend XLR to everyone who's listening to this, and also to all my friends, that I had a very good experience with XLR, and I would suggest you to experience the same. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Satish and I am from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology. I am here to share my experience about XLR program. I took part in the XLR program that was conducted in the last month about the mobile app development using Flutter. What I liked the most about this session was the trainer started from the scratch. That means even the beginner who don't know about the basics of the program, even they can learn the most from this program. It gave me hands-on experience by developing a project which was the final outcome. Thank you XLR for giving me this opportunity, and I would also recommend all my friends to take part in the XLR programs. Thank you.
A very good evening to all students, faculty members, and coordinators from our esteemed partner institutions who have joined in for a highly anticipated student development program on blockchain technology. So before I could start, I would request the faculties to give a gentle reminder to their students where the students join in quickly, and we will be starting the session now. Amar, could you please confirm if all the guests have joined in for today's evening?
Yes, all guests are.
Thank you, Amar. So let me begin by introducing XLR. XLR, founded in 2013, and we have 8 branches in 5 cities, founded by IIM ISB alumni, Mr. Ram Tawa. We have our headquartered in USA in Houston, and close to 8 lakh plus students and working professionals we have trained so far. We cater to the requirements of individuals, institutions, and industries. We have a strong premier associations with IIT Roorkee, SkillUp APSSDC, APSHE, Task Telangana, KMDC, IIT Madras, where we conduct joint certification programs, NASCOM Future Skills Prime, and Swayam Plus, where we have close to 18 plus of our courses certified through NASCOM and Swayam Plus, and we have our courses on e-learning and virtual instructor-led platforms. We have been awarded twice by Deloitte for our exemplary training in various other category of programs on the emerging technology front. So far, we have conducted training programs for faculties, both STEM and non-STEM domain faculties. Close to 80,000 plus trainers, faculties have been trained so far. And whereas student development programs conducted on the STEM and non-STEM domain technologies, where we have close to 8 lakh plus students covered so far. And we are strong enough in conducting webinars, seminar, workshop, close to 600 plus on 40 plus emerging technology trends. And with our strong association, wherein we have signed MOUs with colleges, universities, close to 2,000 plus, and this also brings in 5,000 plus placement partners so far. So to give a glimpse of our so far student development participants, so far it is 8 lakh 14,000, and faculty development program 71,000 plus, which is a mix of engineering, degree, and others. This is our current registration for this blockchain technology from Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, where we have a mix of engineering, BSc, BCA, BCom, MCA, MBA, and other category of students who have joined in for today's blockchain technology session. So what is this everyday learning? Many of us know what is everyday learning. We deliver training programs to students and faculties on application-oriented, which supports upskill the students and faculties, and hands-on training on trending technologies. Through these programs, colleges are also greatly benefited, wherein they are able to get the NAC and NBA requirements, meet the requirements through NAC and NBA. And all this happens through our continuous faculty development program and student development program. So here, through our everyday learning program, we connect with the colleges in signing MOU. We conduct largely webinars, faculty development programs, student development programs, and through all of these training programs happen through our learning management system tool, wherein the student will be able to take up assignments, assessments, all the materials will be available, and we also prepare them for the placement. So far we have recently conducted skill development, skill up final year program for the final year engineering student in connect with the universities and the industry partners. And we had a close to 4 months completely free campus recruitment training program, which was on a 5 subject module, which I will be talking to you a little later. And this is how our LMS platform looks like, wherein we have all the upcoming and the scheduled training programs where the student, once he registers the registration, which has been shown here earlier. So once he registers for any student development program or a faculty development program, the learner will be able to get the login credentials where he will log in into this LMS, and he will be able to see the future programs and the past events. And most of the events which are there will be in the recorded, self-paced, and the student will be continuously be able to access it. So this is again a short glimpse of our student development program so far conducted, 59 plus programs. Total number of hours delivered is 1,130. Number of enrollments for student development program is 8 lakh plus, and constantly participating colleges are close to 1,600 plus. On those lines, we have most popular programs wherein continuously it is on a demand from the colleges and the students, where we have largely conducted DSA for campus placements, ChatGPT, generative AI, advanced Excel, Salesforce, Python, mobile app development, Python programming, full stack development, and many others. Similarly, we have faculty development programs so far conducted is 42 plus, wherein total number of hours delivered is 415 plus. Total number of enrollments for the faculty development program is close to 80,000 plus, and constantly participating colleges are 1,519 plus. And again, we see the most popular programs under faculty development program are AI, Gen AI, FDP on deep learning, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, data analytics using Power BI, Tableau, cybersecurity, NLP, and many others. These are some of our webinars so far we have conducted to close to 50,000 plus participants. So a learner who enrolls for a student development program or a faculty development program will be honored with a certificate post completion of this of their training program, wherein we have faculty development program of 5 days and student development program for 15 days. Here, what is being considered is their active participation, wherein their attendance is required continuously. They'll have to participate in their regular classes, and thereby they will be getting certificates of these kind. Some time ago, we have played a couple of videos wherein you have seen there where we have conducted training programs for research scholars at IIT Roorkee on data analytics using Minitab. Similarly, this is a student initiative at BITS Pilani, Hyderabad, and the training was delivered on Power BI. This is the one which I was talking about, wherein we took an initiative to conduct a training program exclusively for the final year engineering students, close to 240 plus hours of campus recruitment training on a 5-subject module: coding skills, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, soft skills, resume, and LinkedIn profile building. A lot of discussions on the group, that is group discussion, and personal interviews were done and to help the students. And this was in collaboration with iHub Divya Sampark, which is a joint body of IIT Roorkee and Government of India Department of Science and Technology. Close to 50,000 plus registrations were for the Skill Up final year program. As I had mentioned, the students who constantly attend this program with where the attendance is monitored, their assessments and assignments during their journey will be considered. And out of 50,000, only 5,200 plus students were eligible for this prestigious certificate. And this is a little flashback on where we got the larger registration from AP, that is Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. And this was again through our continuous collaboration with AP SSDC. So without much further ado, let us go ahead with today's program, Blockchain Technology and Industry Applications. Before which, I would like to call upon the distinguished guests for today. So we have Mr. M.S. Srikanth, Senior Manager, CSR, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Head Office, which is in Noida, and he is a Senior Manager having 11 plus years with an impact contribution since India's CSR mandate in 2013. He's a pioneer in technology-led government-aligned CSR program and thought leader and a mentor to close to 60 plus CSR professionals. A warm welcome to you, sir, and over to you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah. Thank you, Nitya, for the generous introduction. Thank you, Nishikant and the team at XLR for having me today. I'm M.S. Srikanth, Senior Manager, Corporate Social Responsibility at Indian Oil Corporation. I oversee the CSR initiatives of Indian Oil across the length and breadth of the country. Most of you might have heard about CSR, but for those who haven't, CSR is when companies commit a portion of their profits towards the development and welfare of the society in line with the mandate set by Government of India. So I see more than 600 students from various disciplines who have joined today. It is not every day that students from different colleges gather under a common platform. And going by the numbers Nitya was sharing, I mean, through SDP, XLR could reach out to more than 8 lakh students and cater to 1600 plus colleges. So I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the efforts of XLR for being the enabler, for being the driving force behind such initiatives to bring in such a large pool of students under a common roof and promote learning initiatives through digital education, which actually speaks volumes about the groundwork and impact XLR as an EdTech organization has achieved over the last decade since its inception. So my compliments to the entire team at XLR for acting as a bridge between industry and academia, particularly reaching out to the Tier 2 and Tier 3 institutions by expanding access to quality skilling and making the students industry ready. So I'm told today's topic is blockchain technology and its industry application. I'm not a blockchain expert, but I'll share a few perspectives on how technology, especially blockchain, can drive social good from a CSR perspective. So during my leadership training days at XLRI Jamshedpur, I came across the story of India's vanishing vultures in the 1990s. So imagine this: India, which was once home to millions of vultures, has seen a sudden decline of the population of vultures by almost 90% due to the widespread use of a chemical called as diclofenac. It is actually a veterinary drug. So this has led to severe ecological, public health, and cultural consequences. The situation has become so dire that the government had to intervene, launching vulture conservation breeding programs to restore biodiversity. Now, you might wonder why I'm narrating you a vulture story. Let me share a few more insights. Vultures are actually nature's cleanup agents, efficiently disposing of the animal carcasses and decaying organic matter. So their decline has disrupted the natural decomposition process, increasing the risk of contamination and disease. So with vulture population coming down and population of other scavengers like dogs and rats going up, this has led to severe incidences of rabies and other zoonotic diseases. So local communities now bear the cost of disposing of animal carcasses, a service vultures once provided free of charge. So one single chemical led to ecological imbalance, disease outbreaks, and severe social costs. This story taught me that real impact isn't in big ideas alone. It's in follow-through and accountability. Overlooking such small gaps can collapse entire ecosystems, and that's exactly where tools like blockchain can help. So when we hear blockchain, most of us think about cryptocurrency, maybe Bitcoin, but blockchain's potential goes far beyond cryptocurrency. Blockchain has been registering an unprecedented growth because of the demand and push for digitalization. The onset of COVID pandemic has further gained traction for the blockchain technology. Blockchain ensures transparency, accountability, resilience to cyber attacks, tamper-proof storage data, and you can also incorporate smart contracts which require humongous amount of data. So blockchain helps you in reducing the paperwork, streamline processes, improve efficiency, and cut costs. In the development sector also, blockchain can maximize impact and improve accountability. Imagine this. Let us say we are doing a CSR intervention wherein we are disbursing scholarships to underprivileged students. And if you enable a blockchain technology such that all the outcomes are stored on the blockchain and they are made public, verifiable, and tamper-proof. So imagine such a robust ecosystem will improve the credibility of the overall program. It is a win-win for the donors, for the partners, and beneficiaries, which could instantly verify results. Even in public health programs, blockchain-backed digital tools can help field teams deliver timely care and improve adoption. Far from replacing the human touch, technology actually amplifies the human impact when used widely. So some lessons for the students. Sessions like these are actually crucial because the global landscape is changing fast. Think about codex a reluctance towards digital photography, or Nokia's refusal to adopt Android. The entire industries disappeared because they failed to adapt. So, staying curious, staying updated, staying agile is the best career insurance. Though Indian Oil isn't formally partnered with XLR, we deeply resonate with the mission of XLR, which is strengthening employability through digital education. For students, blockchain may not be a silver bullet, but it can become a tool for inclusion, transparency, and trust. And on a personal note, since many of you are from Tier 2 and Tier 3 colleges, I want to share my story. I too come from a very humble background, but I have been always exceptionally good with my academics. I got into NIT Rourkela, took an education loan, and even gave private tuitions for maths and physics to manage my pocket money. Later, I cracked the gate and joined Indian Oil, which is a Maharatna company. So, one suggestion I would give, I would like to give to all the students is not to take your grades lightly. There are common WhatsApp forwards and Instagram reels which say that CGPA or grades do not matter. Trust me, they matter a lot. The regret of not performing well academically is very real, and I've seen the same in my friends. So work hard, stay consistent, and opportunities will definitely find you. I wish you all the very best. Do well in life, keep learning, and make technology a force for good. You can always reach out to me for any kind of assistance at srikantms67@gmail.com or connect with me on LinkedIn as well. And also request the participants, the students, to spend more time on LinkedIn to enhance your skills. I'll be happy to stay in touch. I'll ask the organizers, maybe they can share my LinkedIn profile so that we can get connected. So until we meet again, take care and keep building the future.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of XLR, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for enlightening our learners who have joined in today. Your words were not just informative, but truly transformative, igniting curiosity and instilling confidence among them. Thank you very much, sir. So let me move forward, calling upon our next dignitary for today's evening, Dr. Pallavi Jamsadnakar, Director of Bharati Vidyapeeth deemed to be University, Institute of Management and Rural Development Administration, Sangli, Maharashtra. She has an MCA, MBA, PhD with 25 plus years of experience and also BOS Chairperson of Computer Studies. She's a pioneer in innovative pedagogy and research with numerous publications in reputed journals and guidance to research scholars. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Yes. Very good evening to one and all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can I start my video?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Fine. It will take a moment, I suppose. Okay, all the officials of XLR who are present in online mode, all the students who are eager to learn the new technology and emerging technology that is blockchain. Here, I'm Dr. Pallavi Jamsandekar, currently holding the directorship of Bharati Vidyapeeth's Institute of Management and Rural Development Administration, Sangli. The institute which I'm heading is the made for rural students. So many of our students are coming from the rural background, and those were not getting such a particular platform where new technology can be introduced for them. I'm very happy when I come across XLR personnel, and I came to know that XLR is going to provide very good training in an online mode, and additionally, it will not disturb the academics, as all the sessions whichever conducted by XLR, those are in an evening session whenever college close. So students are free, and that time they get an opportunity to learn the other things which are outside the curriculum, and this was very good opportunity for the students. Our institute signed MOU with XLR 3 years back in 2023, 23, 24, 24, 25, and 25, 26. All these consecutive 3 years, we have signed MOU with XLR. Additionally, our students got this opportunity to learn new technology with the help of excellent experts who are made available by XLR. I also joined and had completed one FDP with them in May 23, and it was for data science. The way the resource person were teaching or facilitating, it was excellent, as the person who is an expert in that subject, or who are very novice for this technology, for them also it was smooth journey from introduction to the application. It was very good experience for me being an FDP participants. And here my students, those have completed different SDPs, students development programs, like the digital marketing. Some of our students, they have also joined data structure and algorithms, code cracking, and many more advanced technology SDPs. My students found it very satisfactory with the training they received from XLR, and the way they conduct the doubt clearing sessions, the content, the flow of a content, it was so attractive and good enough for getting this journey very smooth for our students, and they could uplift their knowledge from one level to the other level. That way, I'm very thankful to XLR team for providing such an online platform and getting benefited by my students. Currently, this blockchain technology, which you are going to learn now, I'm wishing you all the best for all the students. Blockchain technology, it has not remained as a new technology even, but still it is growing. Many more things are possible with the help of a blockchain. Initially, it was applied for cryptocurrency, but nowadays it has been applied for many business applications as well as many serving systems. So one of my student, research scholar, she has worked on blockchain technology for students information system, and where she could apply this blockchain for all the aspects of student operations in any higher education institution. And there we experience that blockchain is highly secure as well as distributed system, and where we can utilize many more technologies and concepts of computer science. And this is a very good platform which can be applicable for many more applications, and implement it for all business applications and operations also. So I wish all the best for the students. And again, I'm thankful to XLR for inviting me as an expert talk here, for giving me giving my opinion regarding the experience through XLR. And the thing which I gated from XLR is very excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pallavi ma'am, for such inspiring and motivating words to the students and to XLR team. It means a lot to us, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Let us call upon our next dignitary, Dr. Vijay Shri, Principal of SSMRV College. who is a secretary, ISTD Bangalore Advisory Board, member across 7+ startups, CEO, Education Council, and recipient of Dr. V.G. Patel Memorial National Award in 2024 as the second best entrepreneurship mentor. And she has researched close to 83+ national and international research papers, 6+ technology design patents, and 2 copyrights. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction of mine. I would like to switch off my video because I'm outside.
Sure,
Is that
ma'am.
okay? Yeah.
Sure, ma'am.
Well, yeah, I think it's clear. Okay. Yeah. Happy evening to all, one and all present here. I'm Dr. Vijay Sri, an academician with over 2 decades of experience in higher education. At present, I'm serving as a principal of SSMRV College, a part of RV Institutions Bangalore, where I work very closely with the students, faculty, and industry partners to foster the innovation, design thinking, and holistic education. We at SSMRV College, I can say we believe in tradition meeting the transformation. We have about 4 decades of history, and SSMRV has been a beacon of quality education, shaping generations of professionals in many courses like commerce, management, and computer applications. Our NAC A grade accreditations, consistent top 50 national ranking, 40+ activity centers, and a very strong alumni network of 5,000+ graduates reflects our legacy of excellence. We strongly guide by the principles of innovations, integrity, and inclusivity. With respect to the innovation learning, we approach with the different kind of pedagogy, like a pedagogical approach that puts the students at the center through the case studies, role plays, simulations, internships, and skill-based certifications. That is very high demand domains such as data analytics, cloud computing, cybersecurity, digital marketing, blockchain, etc. And also not only thinking about the development through the these type of updated technologies, we also are committed to the societal impact. We encourage our students into NCC, NSS, Rotary, Young Red Cross, and community engagements, etc. We strongly believe that in today's dynamic environment, the growth of the institutions depends on continuous upskilling. So student development programs is a must here in our campus. And we not only focus on the technical skills, but also problem solving, design thinking, and emotional intelligence. Likewise, we also develop our faculty members through FD fees. And so that the educators with the latest pedagogical tools, industry exposure, and digital learning, they approach our students, and they also make them to move towards real world issues and challenges. Some updated emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, data analytics, IoT, robotics. We think that these are a must for our students. And also, no, we wanted to see to it that they are updated in all the streams, and also so that no, they will be into various streams irrespective of which particular sector they are into. When it comes to the blockchain, I do remember one thing because in the education, no, we also see where and all these blockchains has an impact. I also come across this CBSE boards, how they are using these blockchains. Actually, in order to have the student academic documents like mark sheets and certificates, they have this academic blockchain documents, ABCD they call it as. So that's a beautiful initiative they have come up with. And this allows, this particular system allows a tamper-proof and transparent record keeping of the students' credentials. And also this eliminates the need of third-party verifications because it's a very important thing in the student's life. and that the CBSE board is using it, and that's what I come across in the education field. We also, what we are trying to do is, we have youth parliament related challenges which is coming across, and our students do participate in such type of national challenges. Now what we are trying to do is, a tamper proof voting systems we are bringing it. So we are looking into whether the blockchain can be used in this particular challenge. If we are able to project it, and naturally, and also we are the finalist in this youth parliament competition, and we are trying to use this blockchain into it. So if we are able to bring in a change using this blockchain, it will be very good for it. And I always feel that this companies like XLR, they play a vital role as a catalyst between the academia and the industries. By offering very structured training programs, certifications, hands-on projects, it helps the students become industry ready and faculty remain relevant. Now, such collaborations with XLR and other, giants in this training industries, I strongly believe that the skill gap can be reduced a lot, and it also open the pathways for innovation and employability. And kudos to the work of the XLR, who are doing tremendous in this shaping the world. And I look forward to strengthening such partnership that empower our students and faculty to not only meet the industry expectations, but also lead to creating future opportunities. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to interact with uh, students and also other stalwarts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vijayashree ma'am. Firstly, congratulations for many more such innovations which are currently happening through SSMRV. And thank you very much for sharing inspiring words and motivating us on those lines of connecting or bridging the gaps between academia and industry, ma'am. So let us move upon and invite our industry expert trainer who will be training you through for the next 15 days, Mr. Mantavya Jain, who is a blockchain expert having his BTech, LLB honors in cyber laws, certified in tokenization expert with expertise in blockchain, cyber laws, and digital forensics. And he's a research contributor on blockchain in IPR and tokenized carbon credits. A warm welcome to you, Mantavya, and over to you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mantavejan, and first of all, I would like to thank Excella for having me here and providing a space where I can share my experiences, my insights to a huge audience. I guess we have 780 students, so that's something really great for me as well. I haven't taught a huge audience in that number, so it's really great for me. And about myself, so I guess it's already written. I have my integrated degree in BTech with LLB that has the specialization in cyber laws. So basically, I'm an engineer and a lawyer both. So I see technology from both technical and legal aspect, which is really, really important. So if you are having your friends or anyone who is into law, who is into business, they can also join this session. It will be really interesting because blockchain has occupied various spaces, not just technical space, legal space, the business space, the supply chain, even the entertainment field. Everywhere we see blockchain is being utilized now. So it's really wonderful. And I guess yeah, the sessions will be really interactive, and I'll make sure I'll cover everything from scratch. Okay, because when we talk about blockchain, so blockchain comes under the Web3 space, which is known as the next evolution of internet. So we'll learn everything from scratch. What is blockchain, what is Web3, what is cryptocurrency, how does it work, what are the myths that are going right now. Okay, and most important is the future, what the future hold. Because right now I feel that blockchain is not being utilized with its full potential, and I'll discuss with all the things with you guys. Apart from this, like I'm also a lawyer, so I have an experience in the research where I contributed in the IPR, the intellectual property right, where how we can make IPR systems transparent, because transparency is the most vital thing right now. It's the most important thing. Apart from this, I'm also, you can say I'm an environmentalist, so I'm be working to integrate how I can integrate blockchain with sustainable future. So that's why I've written a paper on how we can use blockchain to tokenize carbon credits. So I guess, yeah, that's a bit about me, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mantavia. Let me now call upon Mr. Amar, who will be walking us through the LMS. As I told, all our sessions will be through LMS, and he will completely walk you through on the LMS. Over to you, Amar.
Yeah, thank you so much. Dear students, very good evening and warm welcome to the SDP on blockchain technology and its applications. So I will take the 10 minutes of your times and I will explain you about the LMS portal by which you are able to access the all learning material. Okay, so you're able to join the session as well from the LMS itself. So dear students, so few of you are already part of XLR, few of you are new learner here. So make sure that everybody is interacting with us, everybody is reverting on each and every questions, whatever our coordinators are going to ask, whatever sir will ask into the throughout the next 15 days of the session. Okay. So if you are able to hear me clearly, so I would like to get some wishes from you of good evening, or else you can raise your hand if my voice is clear. So upon your confirmation, we'll start with the LMSKT session. Thank you, Shweta. Others, quick confirmation. We have to save a time, right? You're interested to start the session as soon as, right? Excellent. Others, no chat, only raising the hands. So easy. Okay, super. So let me start with the question first. So I know few of you know the what is the use of LMS, what is the full form of LMS, but still let's have some revision. So may I know what is the full form of the LMS, what is the use of LMS in actual? Can I have some comments? Okay, thank you so much. Those who raised the hand and listened to the chat box. Quick answers. YouTube participants, I'm seeing your comments and messages too. So please be interactive. Okay, registration link. After completion of the LMSKT, I will share that I have around 175 participants on YouTube as well. Great to see you guys. Okay, superb. So there is one answer. So LMS is nothing but a learning management system. And by using the LMS, we are going to share you the end-to-end learning material. Sir, what is the mean of end-to-end? So you are able to mark your attendance and share your feedback about the session from the LMS. You are able to join the session from LMS. You can access the recordings of the session from the LMS. You can access the reading material, PPTs or PDFs or any Word documents or any links. Each and everything will be available over the LMS. A few students over the YouTube asking me for the about the attendance. So relax, I will cover each and everything. You can just focus for next 10 minutes. I will make sure that all your questions will be going to take care. Okay, so no need to worry. Just wait for 10 minutes. Let's focus on the getting. Okay, so to get the LMS access, registration is important. And as I mentioned, you will get everything in a simple word. It's be like one stop solution for all content. Okay, so to get the LMS access, registration is important. I believe that everybody is done with the registration. If not, after completion of the KT, I will be sharing the registration link over the Zoom and YouTube as well. So it's my humble request. If you missed, please go ahead and mark your registration. It will hardly take a 30 seconds of your time. And additionally, those of your friends, family members, your colleagues, okay, so you can share the registration link with them, let them attend these classes also, as it's open for all of you guys. Okay, so dear writing minds, first of all, a few of you already received the LMS access mail from the team of XLR. Few of you not received that, but no need to worry. After the registration in 24 hours of time span, you will be getting the mails. So those who not received, probably by tomorrow morning, you will be getting the mail. Okay. So first email you have to check, that is with the subject LMS portal account details by XLR. Okay. And in this mail, we explain each and everything. By using this mail, you can easily access your portal. So no need to worry. If you not receive the mail, you will be receiving that by tomorrow morning. Okay. If you're done with your registration till today evening, you will be getting that. Okay. So what is the step one towards to accessing the LMS? Open this mail and click on the reset password link. Okay. So you can check here, you have portal link, email address, username, and reset password. So dear students and faculty members, those who are joining the sessions from last couple of years, couple of days, couple of months with the XLR. So we are using one platform that is a previous platform. And now we are upgraded to the mylearning.xlr.com. Okay, so this is our updated portal URL. So please bookmark that. Okay. Second, email address and username. By using that, we have to do a sign in. Okay. And the reset password. As a first time user of XLR, as a first time user of a portal, you have to reset your password. Okay. So if I click on the reset password, I will revert here on this page. Here I need to provide my registered mail ID and I need to click on send reset instructions. Step 2, provide your registered mail ID here and click on send reset instruction, then check your mail. Clear? So I will check my mail. I will receive one more email, that is password reset request. And you will get one button. You have to click on reset password. Once you click that, you have to provide your password. So coming to the password, you can say it. It's up to you whatever password you want, you can say that. After typing the password here, you can click on change your password and you will get one notification, reset your password is successful and you have to log in now. If I click on this login button or else if I click on this portal URL, I will get the next page that's nothing but a sign in page or login page. And what is the username? So username is nothing but your registered mail ID and the password. Yes, sir. We just said new password. We have to use that. Yes. So I will provide my credentials. After providing credentials successfully, I need to click on sign in. Right. So we are done with the first phase till signing. Right. So now let me reshare my screen and I will show you once you provide your credentials successfully, what next. Right. So just a couple of seconds. Let me reshare my screen once. Yes. So once we provide the credentials, launch here on the mylearning.xlr.com web page, and you are able to see the couple of things back to homepage, leaderboard, dashboard, purchase history, health, account setting, logout, and your profile. Okay, so let's start with the profile. If you click on the profile by clicking onto the setting, you can update your profile name, username. You can update your photo if you want. And again, in the future, you can update your password as well from here. Okay, so this is about the profile. Now, coming to the left hand side of the portal, you are able to see below XLR, you are able to see back to home page. Okay, so let me click on that. If you are here, then there are chances you will get the confused. Actually, what is this? Right? So, as Nitya ma'am explained to the introductory session of the XLR, that we have a partnership with the government bodies like NASCOM, SWAYAM Plus, and many more IITs and NITs as well. So that courses are available here. Okay, you can go through that. But I'm just explaining that what you will get on a homepage. Let me go back onto the dashboard. Below the home page, you are able to see the leaderboard. Okay. So in a simple word, those who are from a tech background, we are using the lead code hacker rank, right? If we do the programming, if we submit that, after running the program, you will get some XPs and your leaderboard will be increasing, right? So XLR is also association with a couple of top universities, NITs, IITs, some colleges as well. To them, we are providing some programs. Okay. So upon their coding test, so it's like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, or backend Java, PHP. So as per their coding test or MCQ test, the leaderboard will be visible all time. All time means who is on a top till the date. Then this month means for this month. This week means in this week. For today, who is the top, like that. Okay. So as per the university, okay, it's as per the students, all students of XLR, those who have LMS access, among that this leaderboard is visible. Okay, so again, nothing to do with the leaderboard for you guys, but just for the sake of information, you can go through that. You will get the information. The most important thing that will be the dashboard. Okay, if we click onto the dashboard, okay, so first tab you will get the live session for today. Okay, and by using that, you can easily access the session. Okay, so first of all, you can check here in a live session today, you are able to see the day one blockchain, right? So day one of blockchain technologies and industry applications. If I want to join the session, I have to click on that link and you will find the join Zoom meeting, meeting ID, passcode, and the XLR YouTube channel link as well. Okay, so Zoom link will be open for the all. We can accommodate a 1000 students, but if the limits cross, we are open with the YouTube live as well. So you can easily convert, you can easily join on the YouTube as well. Again, not required of meeting ID and passcode to join the session. Okay, you can directly join the session using clicking the link. Now let me go back onto the dashboard. Okay, back to the dashboard. We're done with the live session today, how we are able to join the session, right? So now what next? You can check here 22 enrolled courses. So let's focus on the today's technology, that is nothing but a blockchain. Okay, so let me open my course on the blockchain, and if you click on that, you will find attendance and feedback, live session, session recording, and this is the material. Okay, so a couple of you on YouTube are asking me, sir, what about the attendance? Sir, what about the attendance? So now this is the time to explain you about the attendance. Okay, so if you click on attendance and feedback link block, you are able to see when a form is embedded there. Okay, so the first points towards to the attendance, 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate of participation from XLR. First point, clear. Second point, this link will be active in between 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday, our session will be running. And the third and most important part, okay, so you have to provide your feedback. Okay, in the link itself, you will be getting a feedback option. You have to share your feedback about the sessions, how you are going through that. Okay, so this is mandatory. Now I know that what counter question will ask from your side, that you will say, sir, I just registered, sir, I not received this, I not received that, sir, I received the link from the student, my friend or my college, I will registering after some time. So how about the today's attendance or today's feedback? Okay, so no need to worry. Again, our team of XLR will be there in over the Zoom and YouTube as well. They will be sharing the link sharp at 8:30 in a chat box. So before that, like don't do attendance every time, right? So you can wait for the time on a timely basis. You will get each and everything clear about the attendance. Below that, live session, that is the same thing which I explained how you're able to join the session. Below that, session recordings. So whatever the sessions are going on, that you are able to see here. Okay, on top of in day 1 to day 15, all the session recordings will be available here. And the last is nothing but a material. By using that, you can access the material as well. So day wise material will be uploaded here. Okay, if I go to the down to enroll courses, you are able to see a contest. Okay, so contests are nothing but a test, a MCQ test or code test. On day 15, we'll be having the test. So you have to submit that test from here itself. Okay, the public link will be shared with all of you, but we have to make sure that on last day we are going to I just explained that attendance link will be shared at 8:30. So you guys started asking into the YouTube. So please adhere the guidelines and you will be getting each and everything. Okay, so let's focus on the session. So you have to submit your contest from here. On a day 15, we'll be having a MCQ assessment test. Okay, so that's all from my side. We'll just take 2 more minutes to check if you have any query or question. If not, then we'll move forward with the session. So please, if you have any query or any question, drop into the chat box. If not, then you can mention that all clear. Yes, so those who not registered, I will be sharing the link in 2 minutes. Clear? Okay, clear. Great. Link will be posted into the chat box wherever you are chatting with me, in that window only. Okay. Again, still, if you not receive, you will receive that Manasvi. So in 24 hours. Clear. Okay, thank you, Sweta. So again, in a future as well, if you're going to face any difficulty, our team will be there. On top of it, you can always drop an email to edl@textile.com. Our support team will be solve your queries, whatever problems you have. Okay. So done. Thank you so much, all of you. And sir, over to you. Nitya ma'am, if you have anything, you can add that.
No, Amar. Over to you, Mr. Mantavia Jain.
Okay. Okay, let's start with blockchain technology. Am I audible? And am I visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So let's understand what blockchain technology is. And for understanding it, I always say that blockchain is not something new. It's not something new, but it's an amalgamation. It's a mixture of various old and tried technologies and even the concepts. And these technologies exist since 1970. And when I tell you about the idea, okay, it's more than 500 years ago. So that's something really interesting. So we can see that blockchain is not something, it's totally not something which which is entirely new for everyone. Because if you are a student who are pursuing computer science, so we have the concept of cryptography and network security. So if you understand what cryptography is, it's really easy for you to understand how exactly blockchain works. All right. So before starting blockchain, I would like to share a story with you guys. It's a real story. It's a story of an island, and that island name is the Yap Island. And the people of that Yap Island were known as Yappies. And this story is from 500 to 600 years ago. So I'll share my screen. Or let me just. Okay, okay. I think I cannot directly share my PPT to share my entire screen. Okay, so this story is of the Yap Island, and the people were known as Yappies. It's a very beautiful island. Okay, it's surrounded by a vast blue ocean, and I think the ocean is Pacific Ocean. Okay, now what's interesting here is that they use a very unique kind of sorry, not cryptocurrency, but they use a very unique type of currency that were called as rice stones. The rice stones, they were they were like a donut shape. Okay, and as you can see, some as small as 3.5 centimeters. Okay, so they varied in sizes, some as small as 3.5 centimeters, but the one that drew the attention, the most attention, were up to the 4 meters in diameter. 4 meters. I'll show you the picture. I think it's visible to you guys. So these were the stones that were used back at that time. So that's something really interesting. Now there are some questions that always comes up while looking at these rice stone, the huge, the massive, the rice stone, that how people were doing the transaction at that time, and how they move it, how actually they move this coin, right? And the third thing, what gave these rice stones a value? What gave these rice stones a value? There should be a value behind it, right? So what is the reason that gave these rice stones a value? Okay, so let's move forward. So the first question, how do they decide the value of rice? It's very easy. It's very easy. I think we will agree to this, that more hard work, more hard work. Okay, so it's more valuable. So what happened? What actually happened was that there was another island, Palau, where the limestone, the calcite element was found. So Yappies have to go 450 kilometers to the Palau island, and then they have to mine this limestone and this calcite, and then they have to carve it into the shape of this donut. Okay, so the hard work required to create, required to carve the limestone into these stones gave them their value. So as I have written it here, bigger stones, they were harder to get, more hard work required, more labor required, so they were more valuable. They were actually more valuable. Similarly, we have smaller stones, they were easier to get, and therefore they were less valuable. Okay, now, how actually we used to do transaction? I mean, not we, the Yappies, how they used to do transaction using these massive rice stones. So imagine there's a person Bob. There's a person Bob, and he owns a coin. So as you can see on my screen, Bob. So on the coin right now, okay. That this entire lifetime, it's not moved, it will be not moved for its entire lifetime. It will be placed on a single destination. Okay, so I'll show here. So this coin, this stone will be kept on a visible place. Suppose that visible place is path by the beach. So this is how they will say, there's a coin belongs to Bob, which is placed on the path by the beach, on the path by the beach. Okay, now very important thing, this information is not shared on a single location, on a single place, but every villager, every Yappies will know this information, because at that time people used to socialize a lot, right? So every villager will get to know that yes, a coin that is placed on the path by the beach belongs to Bob right now, belongs to Bob right now. So now we can see it's a distributed system. Information is not stored on a single place, but with everyone, with every villager. So we can call it as a memory. It's a memory. Everyone is keeping this information in their brain. Okay. Now suppose if Bob, if Bob wants to send this coin to, let's say, Alice. Alice is another person who wants, who wants this coin, let's say, in exchange of a land. Okay, so this coin will not be moved further. Now what will happen, the villagers will update their mind, will update their memory, that the coin that was previously belonged to Bob, now it belongs to Alice. It belongs to Alice. So this is how they keep the ownership, the ownership details of every, the ownership details of the coin for its lifetime. Okay, previously it was owned by Bob, then it's owned by Alice, then it's now being transferred to Oscar, let's say. Okay, so every information is stored by the villagers. All right, now what's really important here, that you don't actually need to possess something to own it. I'll repeat this again. I'll repeat this again, that you actually don't need to hold something, physical possession. You don't need physical possession of something to own it. Okay, so that's my next slide. Key idea. Ownership doesn't mean physical possession. Ownership doesn't mean physical possession. What matter is, what matter is that what community is agreeing to. So I have written it here. You don't need to hold something to own it. You don't need to hold something to own it. What matters is agreement by the community. Agreement by the community. If villagers agreeing that this coin belongs to Bob, so it belongs to Bob. It's obvious. Okay. Now, you might be thinking, what if the villagers are not honest? If they are telling lie? So that's one of the issues which you will find in blockchain as well. Okay. So suppose if the villagers are not playing honest, okay, so what they will say, oh, this coin doesn't belong to Bob, but it belongs to, let's say, Oscar. So everybody has to consider that this coin belongs not to Bob but to Oscar. So that's why this community is really powerful. This community is really powerful. It should be so anonymous to each other that there should be no grouping and all. All right. Otherwise, it's again a centralized thing because a community is controlling something. Okay. So we have to act honest. The Yappies has to act honest here. Okay. Now, what are the important points to remember? First point, the Yappies kept track of ownership through oral history. Okay, person A to person B, person B to person C, person C to, let's say, person D, E, F. Okay, so this information is transferred through oral history. So, okay, so if someone traded a rice stone, the whole village will update their mental ledger. Okay, their memory to reflect the new owner. Okay, so I have taken an example here. If Alice gave Bob a rice stone, everyone on the Yappies, the villagers, will just knew Bob owned it now, and therefore no stone needed to move. No stone needed to move. And why I'm sharing this story with you guys, because every time someone asks me what's a cryptocurrency, so all these questions they ask are the same questions that we are learning right now with this rice stone. Okay. Second point, scarcity is equals to value. I think we all know that more scarcity means more value, right? For example, I'm from Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, so here we have scarcity of tomato, so its price it's automatically rised up. Okay, so scarcity means value. Okay, now what happened? Rice stones were really hard to make, right? They were carried from islands and lot of layers. Okay? So this made them really valuable. Also, mining those limestone is difficult. Will be a time stone will be exhausted because they are natural resources. They will be exhausted. So these are the reasons. And one more reason was when colonial powers banned the new stones. They bought a large number of stones and they kept in their museum. So this scarcity grew even more. And after colonial powers banned the new stone, their scarcity and value grew even more. Okay. Okay. All right. Now third thing, trust in consensus. No central authority decided the ownership. As you can see, there is no bank here. There is no bank requirement here. There's no intermediary. There is no middleman, right? What's happening here that everyone in the community agreed on who owned what. So you can just imagine we are removing a bank and we are dispersing the power of bank to, let's say, thousands of people, right? So it becomes really difficult to delete that data, okay, from thousands of mine. You can delete it from a single source, but you cannot delete it from thousands of mine. We say blockchain is nobody no one can no one can tell the data. So really, all right. Think of imagine this Bitcoin digital stone, digital stone. Instead of just YPs. Well, we have thousands of this is what we are saying, this is what we are agreeing to. Okay, let's say I've created our own coin, let's say XLR. Okay, so we can buy things, we can buy product, let's say we can avail some services using this XLR currency. So it's upon us what we are agreeing to. Okay, so it's about the community. So Bitcoin community, when the Bitcoin community was created, they accepted that yes, Bitcoin is something that we will accept. But otherwise, Bitcoin is nothing. It's just a digital entry. We all have used Excel file, right? So it's just 5 Bitcoin written there. Nothing new. Bitcoin is nothing. Bitcoin is there, but it's nothing. It doesn't have any intrinsic value. It doesn't have any inherited value. Sorry, if I talk about Bitcoin, so Bitcoin is not backed by anything. Okay, but still it's I think it's more than 1 crore right now, right? So it totally depends on the market dynamic, who is really interested to buy it, okay, who is really want to sell it. So it depends on the demand supply, okay, demand and supply thing. All right, so this gave Bitcoin a value. Okay, so we'll see. So I have written here in decentralized ledger, instead of villagers memorizing the ownership, villagers are not memorizing. Who is memorizing? So there are thousands of computers that are known as nodes are connected peer to peer. Peer to peer means user to user. Okay, worldwide keep copies of the ledger. Now, guys, this is really interesting. Yap was just an island. But when I talk about Bitcoin, so let's say there are 100 people in Bitcoin. Right now, there are 21,000. I'm just taking an example of 100 people. Suppose I am a person living in India and there's a person living in America. So if I want to pay someone a Bitcoin, okay, so I can do that. Now, this information is not stored on a centralized database, not on a single place, but it will be stored by all the 100 people. It will be stored by all the 100 people. So that's why we said blockchain is transparent. Even it's transparent, but everything I'll tell further. So it's transparent. Okay, so the data is distributed. That's why it is known as distributed ledger. And what is a ledger? What is a ledger? I guess ledger we all know. We all use Google Pay, Phone Pay. So there's a space we can see all the transactions, ongoing and outgoing. So it's a recorded place where all the transactions are stored, ongoing, outgoing, everything. A passbook is a ledger, right? So blockchain is considered as a ledger where you are storing all the transaction in a distributed manner. In Google Pay, it's only of us, right? It's not with any other person. But when we talk about Bitcoin, so this Bitcoin is available to everyone. It's available to everyone, everyone's ledger. Okay. Now, second point, when you send Bitcoin, these computers check and confirm the transaction using mathematics. Okay. So cryptography is one of the important technology behind cryptocurrency and blockchain, which we will be learning from scratch. Okay. So if you are not from technical background, no, don't worry. We'll cover everything from scratch. Okay. Now, it's a third point. Scarcity by design. Now you guys know that Bitcoin has a limited supply, and the limited supply is that only 21 million coins will be generated for its entire lifetime. 21 million coins. And you will shock to hear that right now 19.8 million are already mined. I'll tell what this mining is. Okay. Just another word, generate. Okay. Right now more than 19.8 million Bitcoins are already generated, but it's still expected that Bitcoin will be ended by the year 2140. The reason is that after every 4 year, Bitcoin is getting reduced by half. Okay, so this is how the scarcity is maintained. Okay, its value is being it depreciated after every 4 years. So its value is getting automatically increased. So we'll see all these things in detail. Second, fourth point, consensus without a leader. No bank or government controls Bitcoin. Ownership is validated by network consensus, like in the Yap Island, villagers were agreeing to. Here, computers will agree. In Yap Island, villager used to agree. So now you can see that this system is not a new system. It was really old, 500 to 600 years old concept. So people were really smart back then. Okay. Now let's compare and contrast. Okay, rice stones were really physical. They were physical and heavy stones. Cryptocurrency are digital entries on a blockchain. Oral history, villagers to villager, villager to villager. Here we have math and code. Third point, villagers agree on ownership. Here computers agree via algorithms. Okay. Fourth point, value from labor and scarcity. Here value from code enforced scarcity. Okay, so all these things we will be learning from scratch. Okay. Now let's come to blockchain technology. But before understanding again blockchain technology, let's see the problem statement. What was the problem statement? Why was it a need to introduce blockchain technology when we already have other technologies as well? Okay, so what was the reason? What was the reason? And I guess we most of the here are students, but the people, I mean the teachers and the faculties who are aware of the 2008 financial crisis. It was one of the what would I say? It was one of the biggest economic crashes that we have seen. Okay, I was only 9 years old at that time. Okay, so that was a main reason. That was the main reason, guys. Okay, for Bitcoin to be introduced. And how? And how? So first I'll discuss the economic crisis of 2008. Okay, so I guess people who are into MBA or who are into finance, I guess they already know what happened, but I'll tell it to everyone. So what happened was, I'll just share the financial crisis of 2008. So it started in early 2000. Okay, what happened was that US government, they started giving out home loans to everybody inside the country. Everybody to almost everyone, even the people who couldn't really afford them. Because in India, if you, let's say, if I want to take a loan, it totally depends on my credit score, right? But at that time they didn't check anything. There were no criterias, nothing. They distributed loans to everybody across the country. Okay, so I have written it here. In the early 2000, US banks started giving out home loans, mortgages to almost everyone, even people who couldn't really afford them. Why? What was the reason? Because at that time, housing prices were really going up. Okay, and bank thought, even if someone can't pay, we'll take the house and sell it for more. So that was their idea, that even if someone is not able to pay, we'll take their house and sell it for more. Okay. Now, as I've discussed, the next point, the subprime problem. Again, the same thing. The people with a low credit score, were able to take this loan. So that was the major problem. That was a major risk here. So I've written it here. These risky loans, they were known as risky loans, were called as subprime mortgages, loans to people with weak credit score. Second point, on top of that, banks bundled thousands of these risky loans to investment products and sold them to investors worldwide, labeling them as safe. And now I think we most of you must know about the Ambani's. That I think the Ambani's brother, whose company got crashed when this financial crisis happened. Why? Because most of the investments from the America. So when America started to collapse, they started to pull out all the investment bank from all the countries, all the developing countries. India is still a developing country. It was back then. So they have most of the investments from America. Okay. So this is how the economic crisis that started America, it got spread across the world. Okay. So let's read it. Third point, housing bubble burst. Around 2000, 2007, 2006 to 2007, housing prices stopped rising. So what happened? Suddenly, many people couldn't repay their loans. It was going to happen. It was obvious. Okay, and their houses weren't worth enough to cover the debt. Okay, their houses weren't worth enough to cover the debt. Okay, so defaults skyrocketed. Okay, the interests went up. Okay, now banks collapsed because banks and investors had billions tied up in these risk mortgages bundles. When people defaulted, when they were not able to pay it, the entire financial system started crumbling. Okay, in September 2008, Lehman Brothers, one of the biggest investment banks in the world, they went bankrupt. Okay, other banks were on the verge of collapse. Okay, now when these conditions came, so the apex body in India, we have RBI, similarly we have in America as well. So they started to compensate the banks, okay, and to the users who were really uh, able to pay the loan. Okay, so for that, the apex body, the National Bank of America, they started to intervene here. Okay, now, okay, I missed G here. So it's global financial panic. Credit froze. Businesses couldn't get loans. People lost saving, jobs, homes. Stock market crashed worldwide. Government had to bail out banks with taxpayer money to stop total collapse. So that was a major financial crisis. The economics collapse, and it spread across the world. Okay. Now, the root problem. What was the root problem? The root problem were the banks, because they have the monopoly to decide anything. They have this power to decide anything. They have this centralized power, right? So I've written it here. Banks and financial institutions had too many centralized power. Had too much centralized power. They acted recklessly with people's money. Ordinary people had no transparency into what banks were really doing. The system relied too heavy on trusting middlemen.
Sir, sorry for interruption. By any chance, you're sharing your screen, sir?
Oh yeah, it's not visible.
It's stopped. Yeah, that's you can just reshare your screens.
Wait. Is it now?
Now it's visible. Yes.
Okay, so all right. So I guess we all understood what really happened. Okay. So, but let's read it again if you have any doubt. So yeah, again, the financial crisis happened because they gave out loans to everybody, no matter if they are able to repay back or not. And they were known as the subprime problem, the risky loans. And the problem, they hide this to everyone around the globe that they are safe. I mean, these investment products are really safe. Just buy them. So they haven't maintained transparency as well. So that was the problem. That was the problem here. Okay, I'll share this. I think we'll share this slides with you so you can look at it again. So I was here. So banks and financial institutions had too much centralized power. Okay, they acted recklessly with people's money. Ordinary people had no transparency into what banks were really doing. Even those risky loans were hidden and made them as a safe. Okay, so people can buy it. So it's really not good thing. Okay, the system relied too heavy on trusting middlemen. So that was the problem. The banks are the problem because they control everything. They control what are doing, where our money is going, everything. If you consider the demonetization in India in 2019, RBI just issued a notice that from now 500,000 will not be circulated more. Okay, so I mean, not us, I mean, our parents must be in those uh, huge lines exchanging the notes. Okay, we just have to fulfill their orders. This is what we can do. This is the problem. This is a problem with the consumers. They suffer in the last. All right. So now to address this issue, an anonymous identity, an anonymous identity. Okay, I don't know if it's a he, if it's a she, if it's a group of person by the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto came up with an idea, came up with the idea that there should be a decentralized currency which is not controlled by anyone, which is not controlled by anyone, which is sovereign in itself. What do you mean by sovereignty? We have our own power, right? Indian rupee is sovereign. India is a sovereign country. This is what we say, right? So it's a sovereign in itself, which means it doesn't require help of any bank or intermediary or middleman or any other financial institution to control it. To control it. It works totally in a decentralized manner. It totally works in a decentralized manner. So the technology was Bitcoin. So this is how we got Bitcoin as a solution for this financial crisis of 2008. So in a very I'll say that Satoshi Nakamoto idea was to remove Indian rupee, dollar, euro, yen, remove everything. And they said that there should be a single currency throughout the world. It's like having a universal language where everybody understands a single language. Okay, most of the problems will be solved, right? So it was their idea. There should be a single currency throughout the world. Throughout the world. Okay, where everyone can use it without relying on the banks, without relying on the banks, just sitting at home and doing the transaction using a laptop. So that was their main idea. I mean, the Satoshi Nakamoto's idea. And that person or a group of person is still anonymous. So that's something really interesting, how that person is still anonymous. Okay. So now we got the Bitcoin's arrival. Okay, it came and ruled. Okay, it totally changed the way we do finance. It totally changed the way how we transfer the money. It totally changed. Okay, so if we can read it here. In October 2008, just weeks after Lehman Brothers collapsed, a mysterious person or group named Satoshi Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper. Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. White paper is a document. Okay, I'll show you the website of Bitcoin. So the white paper is a document where everything is written about Bitcoin, how it works, what is the problem statement, what is offering, what it is offering. Okay, so that is known as white paper. Every blockchain company in the world, they have this white paper because we have to maintain everything transparent, right? So they have told us, the Satoshi Nakamoto has told us everything in this white paper. It's about 9 pages only. So if you understand what these 9 pages are, you are the master of blockchain then. It's of 9 pages only. Okay. Now, why they are saying a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, electronic cash system? That's something really interesting, guys. And for that, let's go back to the time. We still use the physical cash system. We still use it. We used to do transaction using cash, and we still are. Okay. Suppose there's a person. There's a person. I want to pay him, let's say, 500 rupees using cash. So what I'll do? I'll take my wallet out, pull a 500 rupee note out of it, and I'm directly giving it into the hand of the recipient, into the hand of that person. Right now, tell me, guys. I think I can get on the chat. Yeah. Now, tell me, guys, do we require help of any intermediary or a bank to facilitate this transaction? What do you think, guys? When I'm directly giving that 500 rupee note in the hands of the other person, do we require help of any bank or an intermediary to facilitate this transaction? What do you think? I think for that I have to see that chat. No, sir. Exactly. We don't need help of any intermediary. Okay, someone is asking, Bitcoin is not legal in India, right? No. See, Bitcoin is not treated as a legal tender, but it's not illegal. You can still use it. It's not illegal. You can trade it. You can trade it. You can buy it. It was banned by government in 2019 that Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency is illegal. But then after the intervention of Supreme Court, they removed this thing. Now Bitcoin is not illegal in it. It's not legalized, and it's also not illegal. Sorry, it's not even, yeah, the same thing. It's not legal, and it's not illegal as well. Okay, but yeah, you have to pay 30% tax on it. So that's what government is doing. Okay, they have put 30% tax on it, on your trading. All right. Sir, I'm not able to hear you. I think I'm audible to everyone, right? Okay. All right. Any other question I can see here? The bill or transaction history. Okay. I think not here. Yeah. Now coming back here. So I was talking about the physical cash system. Okay. So we actually don't need help of any intermediary. That's something really interesting. And also the second thing, again very interesting. Suppose you guys went to a shop market. Okay. Let's say you want to buy some things for your home. Okay. And you want to use cash for it. Okay, you want to use cash for it. So what you will do, again the same thing, you will directly handle your cash to the shopkeeper. Now tell me guys, do we require to get each other's name or any information of each other during this transaction? Are we sharing any information? I mean, is shopkeeper will able to get my name or vice versa? What do you think guys? I have to check the chatting box. No, exactly. That means anonymity is maintained. Anonymity. Our privacy is maintained here, right? I'm not sharing my name to the shopkeeper, and same shopkeepers will not share his name to me, his or her name to me. So anonymity is really important here, which you will not see in the UPI system. In UPI, when I talk about UPI, so UPI, when you do a transaction using UPI, okay, uh, a bit of information of us is always shared. It could be our number, it could be our UPI ID, it could be our name, right? I think everyone will agree with me, right? So we see that our identity is not secure here. It's not anonymous. Everybody can see who is Mantave. Okay, so that's something which we see in the conventional world, in the digital world. Sorry, in the digital world, when we use uh, systems like UPI or credit card. Okay, which but you will not see in the conventional physical cash system, right? You will not able to get each other's name. So anonymity is maintained, which is really important these days. Okay, right now, cyber attacks uh, requires the identity of person. Okay, so they can somehow connect with them. Okay, and make them lure to some kind of benefits. Okay, so that people can get into the trap. Okay, now I'll come back to the PPT. So if you bring that physical cash system into a digital world, that's what Bitcoin is. That's what Bitcoin is. If I want to pay someone Bitcoin, I can do it directly. I don't require help of any intermediary. It's like, suppose if I want to pay Bitcoin to a person living in America, just imagine, just visualize in your mind. I can stretch my hand to America and I'm directly giving to Bitcoin to that person, peer to peer, user to user. So that's what Bitcoin is. That's what Bitcoin is. So powerful, so innovative. Okay, but right now Bitcoin is treated as an asset. It's more than 1 crore, so you cannot use it as a regular exchange, right? So it's right now treated as an asset, like gold, like silver, like diamond. But initially it was proposed to be a single currency throughout the world, a single currency throughout the world, where it is not dependent on anyone to control it. Okay, interesting, right? Now I guess we have heard about this thing, okay, that criminals are really smart people. Criminals, okay, because they know the loopholes, because they have to be safe. Okay, they have to be safe in this regulatory world. Okay, so they were the first one who find out the Bitcoin. They were the first one who find out the Bitcoin. Okay, and I think it was for every technology we have seen, because if we have to consider, focus on my words right now. If you have to consider how strong a technology is, see how criminals are using it. How criminals are using it. Okay. And apart from Bitcoin, I'll take the example of dark web as well. Dark web, deep web. I think we all know what dark web is. Deep web. Okay, it's the part of the internet which is hidden to us. Okay, and for representation, suppose there's an iceberg. Okay, there's an iceberg. And iceberg is so huge, it's so huge. Okay, 90% it's submerged in the water. So you can see the top part, which is only the 10%, is the internet that we use, the world use. I mean, we all use right now, but that 90% is known as the dark web, a dark web or the deep web. Okay, and if you don't know, just look at it. Okay, it's not, but don't try to access it. Okay, so dark web is a place where all the illegal activities take place. Okay, terrorism funding, even what do we call it, drug systems, I mean uh, drug trafficking, even what do we call it, weapons selling, and everything is done on this dark web. Okay, now if you know about the history of dark web, guys, so you must have known that dark web was initially proposed to be a solution. It was for a good purpose. Why good purpose? Because there are various countries, there are various governments who has restricted the use of internet for their people. So how will they exchange information with each other? Even our constitution says the right to information, the RTI. We have the RTI Act as well, right to information. So how will they share this such information where the government has banned the use of internet? Okay, so it was for a good purpose so that people can communicate with each other. But again, who utilize it? The criminals, the terrorists. They started to use these dark web. Okay, similarly happened to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was initially used by hackers, by all the criminals, to do money laundering, to hide their money from the government, because Bitcoin at that time was not traceable. The people were not having any idea what Bitcoin is. Okay, so I have written it in the next slide. Early Bitcoin adoption and usage. So between 2009 to 2012, most people didn't even know what Bitcoin was. Okay, it was as a niche technology used mainly by cryptography enthusiasts, libertarians, and people who didn't trust banks after 2008 crisis. Then came a very interesting case, which is the Silk Road of 2011. So this was an online black market platform, kind of like Amazon, but for illegal goods like drugs. It used Bitcoin because it allowed pseudonymous transactions. I told you our identity is anonymous in the physical cash system. But here why we are mentioning pseudo anonymous, because in internet we are sharing a bit of information. It could be our IP address. Okay, so that's why it's a pseudo-anonymous transaction without banks or government watching. So no one can see what you're doing there. So this gave Bitcoin an early reputation as money for criminals. Money for criminals. That's interesting, right? They are really smart. I mean, I believe that the hackers and the criminals are really smart. They are really genius people. They actually know how to find a loophole in the system. They are really smart. Okay, now when the Silk Road case came to the world, all the government bodies, the legal enforcement bodies, investigative officers, then they tried to find out what's Bitcoin was. Okay, so when they started to look out for Bitcoin, then they got to know what blockchain technology is. And that's why Bitcoin is known as a Bible or a backbone for blockchain, because it was the first one who introduced what blockchain is, the Bitcoin. Any doubt? Just let me know in the chat box. Apurva, I think we just discussed what's the main purpose of Bitcoin. It was there to remove fiat money. I told you, because of the centralized system, right? Banks are controlling our money. They can do whatever they want. They banned 500,000. What we can do? No, nothing. We just have to go into the lines, into those large lines, and exchange the old notes. Okay, so we don't have power. We don't have power to control our own money. Everything is controlled. Everything is controlled. So remove this dependency. Bitcoin came as a solution, right? Bitcoin came as a solution. Yes, exactly. And yes, this thing I'll discuss later. Okay, because by 2030 it will be the biggest market. It will be the biggest market. And why I'm saying so, I'll tell you everything. Don't worry. Okay. doubt right now? Any doubt for the things we have read? How can blockchain's immutability help prevent data tampering and security? Shreyas, like I told you, it's on a decentralized space. Everyone is controlling it. Sorry, everyone has that data. Right? Suppose there are 21,000. So it becomes really difficult to remove that data from thousands of computer. If it's on a centralized database, you can remove it. Okay, or you can yeah, you can just easily remove it. But it's if it's distributed into various computers, on how we can do it. Just give me a moment. Yeah, coming back. Okay, so it's stored on a multiple computer, so that's why it becomes really difficult to delete it. And why it's really difficult to data temper there, because there's a concept known as hashing. Okay, most of the doubts will be cleared, okay, by tomorrow, because then from tomorrow we'll actually see the exact understanding on how exactly blockchain works. So we have to look for hashing, we have to look for encryption and decryption algorithms. Then only you will guys able to understand how the data tamper is can be prevented here. That's a good question, sir. How about the data leak as if it is shared with everyone? For that, I'll show you a website. It's a very good website, blockchain.explorer. Okay, you will see everything that you want to know about blockchain or any other cryptocurrency. Right now, it's already open for Bitcoin, so I'll show you. Can you see all the live transactions, all the latest transactions that are happening? See, even we can see it. We are not a part of Bitcoin right now, but still we are able to see everything. Latest transaction. It's real time. See, right now the time is 8:43. Everything is transparent. Everything. Now, if I open one of the transaction, I clicked one of the transaction. Okay. Now, guys, let me know what information are you getting from here. Are you able to get anyone's name here or anyone's IP address or any information here? Answer is no. Why? Why? Because can you see from to? So this is an address. See, if I want to parcel, if I want to send a parcel to someone, I need their address, right? Similarly, in this crypto world, if I want to send someone crypto, I need their address. So this is what address is: BC1Q3VM68 blah blah blah. So this is why it provides anonymity. You cannot guess who is the person behind it, what's the location behind it, right? So that's why we say it's anonymous. But again, it's not anonymous, it's pseudo anonymous. Okay, if you are into digital forensic, I was into digital forensic, we have crores of tools available, okay, that comes from Israel. So when I was working with NCFL, National Cyber Forensic Lab, so we have tools where we can easily trace the IP address behind a address. So right now we can trace it, but again, the concept, it's not directly be seen by everyone. So if you are technical experts, okay, if you have expertise, okay, in forensic, then we can easily do it. Otherwise, no information is shared here. We can only see this address is sending 1,132 worth of dollar to these addresses. Okay, so that's it. This is the only information that we are required. We don't need to know everything. What matters is, yeah, the transaction is done. That's something what matters. Okay, we don't actually need the name, the place, okay, but we just need an integrity. I mean, we have to maintain integrity of the data. So we are just storing it. Okay, we are just accepting, yeah, the transactions are happening, nothing more than that. Okay, so I come back here. Where's the, yeah, through blockchain easily hack or data can through blockchain can anyone easily? The answer is no. It's not that easy to hack blockchain. Particularly Bitcoin. Bitcoin is so secure right now. It's so secure. There was a myth going around in the market that after the Google has introduced the quantum chip, I think we all know, we all were waiting for this Q day, the quantum day, right? So quantum chip has the power to, to break the technology that Bitcoin is using. But the answer is no. Bitcoin is not hackable because Bitcoin network is so anonymous. It's so decentralized. It's around the world. People around the world, they are connected to each other. So this anonymous network has provided an additional security to blockchain. Exactly. We don't require any name, any personal information of us to be stored on blockchain. Okay, you just directly download the Bitcoin software. I'll tell you tomorrow how to download a Bitcoin software. But do what I say, because otherwise your computer can get affected. Okay. Okay. So there's no name required. Anything, nothing is required here. Okay, and how this address is created, again, it's a concept of cryptography. So once I'll tell you what cryptography is, okay, so you will understand everything, right? Everything. Okay. So there's another question. Why Satoshi Nakamoto is anonymous personality? Who knows why he or she or they wants to maintain this anonymity? I guess the world will be behind them then because the other reason is more than 50% of the Bitcoin is held by Satoshi only, and that are useless. Why? Because it's with that person. So if that person is hidden, he or she is not doing any transaction still sorry, since 2010. Okay, so that's something very interesting. If I don't know if he's dead, if he or she or they is dead, what's the reason, but that identity is still anonymous. Okay, you can go to news who is Satoshi Nakamoto. So there are various people who are claiming that they are Satoshi. Okay. Okay, I know you guys have doubt. Okay, but once we understand the working of cryptography, okay, everything will be easy. Everything will be easy for us. Okay, any other doubt, guys? Okay, all right. Yeah. So I guess we are complete with Bitcoin. Now, again, a different issue. If we are having the old internet, why we need another form of internet which is known as the Web3? Web3. What is Web3? So for understanding Web3, I guess it's a long concept and we have a time till 8. So let's discuss some questions. Okay, for Web3 we'll start tomorrow. Okay. Otherwise, I'll show you this website. Okay. So right now, okay. Yeah, one more important thing. One more important thing. Yeah. Now that we understand what cryptocurrency is, like Bitcoin. So I told you that Bitcoin is not backed by anything. It doesn't have any value. It doesn't have any value. Okay, now I'll ask you a question to you guys. What do you think? Do our fiat money, Indian rupee, has a value behind it? Is our Indian money backed by something? What do you think, guys? No, exactly. Right? What do you think, guys? Please reply. Okay, so no, I got two replies. Replies to okay. Yeah, the answer is no. Our fiat money is not backed by anything. Yeah, exactly. As Samyukta is saying, RBI. It's the trust that is built by RBI. Okay, I think suppose it's a white paper, and if the RBI says it's a 10 rupee and there's a sign of RBI's governor, then Indian people have to consider it as an Indian money. So it's all about the trust. It's all about the trust. Okay, it's about the trust between the Indians and the RBI. Okay, so our Indian rupee is not backed by anything. It's not backed by anything. Similarly to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not backed by anything. And that's why it's really volatile. What is volatile? What is volatility? What is volatility? Anyone from finance background? What is volatility? What do you mean by, let's say, if an asset is really volatile? What is meant by that? Anyone? No, not. Yeah, that changes quickly. Maitri is saying that changes quickly. Volatile means fluctuations, exactly. Fluctuation. It can go up to 200% in a day, and it can fall up to minus 40 to 50% in a day. So it's really volatile. I'll show you the graph. So if I click on Bitcoin, so if you go to max here, see how volatile it is. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Fluctuation. Okay? Suppose if I invested money and then let's say it's collapsed. So I'll lose all my money. Okay, so it's not good for from the perspective of uh, consumer protection. Okay, and that's why government didn't treated it as a legal tender. Bitcoin is not treated as a legal tender. What is a legal tender? Indian rupee is a legal tender. I mean, it's a trust between you and the recipient. Okay, and they cannot deny the Indian rupee. Okay, if you, let's say, if you go to shop market, okay, and if you want to pay using Indian money, they cannot deny. They cannot deny. Okay, so that's what legal tender is. But the government didn't treat it Bitcoin as a legal tender. No, it's not illegal. It's not treated as a legal tender, as a form of mutual exchange. Okay, Bitcoin is a wallet money. Yeah, it's a wallet money. Okay, we'll discuss this thing. Okay, and yeah, so now blockchain experts came up with a new idea which is known as stable coin. I think most of have heard about this. What stable coin? So stable coin is backed by some real world value. Biggest example is Tether. Tether, Tether, Tether coin. Tether. Tether. So if you read the definition here about Tether, so it's showing Tether is a stable coin that aims to maintain a peg to the US dollar. But that means one Tether is equals to $1. One Tether is equals to $1. Okay. So it's safe. It's really safe. It's really, really safe. Right? It's really safe. So if I go to Max, see how stable it is. How stable it is. Because it always maintain the peg of $1. Always maintain the value of $1. Okay, so that's why if you read it, Tether provides the benefits of cryptocurrencies: faster, cheaper, permissionless transaction. You don't need permission of anyone without the price stable volatility. Tether's issuers claim to have backing in the form of bank reserves. So what this Tether is doing, I'll explain shortly. So it's like a company where they are keeping US dollar as reserves. Okay, they are having US dollar as reserves. Now for each dollar they are creating a coin or a Tether coin. Okay, so this is how they work. We'll study. We have this use case studies for Tether as well. Okay, so be patient. Okay, we'll cover everything that is associated with blockchain and cryptocurrency. Okay, now I come here. Yes, Sagel is a type of cryptocurrency that builds to hold a steady price. That's really good. Okay, sir, have you ever invested in crypto? Yes, I have. And I'm really disappointed because I invested a lot of time searching for really good projects on blockchain. I invested on them. But what world wants is they want entertainment, entertainment, entertainment. So all the bullish activities, all the foolish activities that you see on the world right now, meme coins, NFTs, they are trending more as compared to the good projects. Okay. So if you want to earn, I mean, if you want to earn in crypto, I see it's your own research, but always go with the trend. Yeah, it's a cryptocurrency. It's a stabilized form of cryptocurrency. It's another name. Okay, because we have to make a distinguish between both of them. What is Tether? What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Tether is also cryptocurrency, but it is known as stablecoin because it's stable. It's stable as compared to Bitcoin. Okay, nothing more than that. All right. Now again. Listen to this. Suppose I am a criminal okay, who charge, let's say, 5 Bitcoin for a murder. I'm just taking an example. I'm not a murderer. Okay. Now, what I am believing is that 5 Bitcoin, I'll get 5 crore. This is what I'm expecting. Right? Now, suppose if the Bitcoin value collapsed, so all my hard work that I put in to commit that crime will go waste, right? I was expecting 5 crore. Let's say I got only 5 lakh rupees, right? So that's why all the criminals shifted to use stable coins. So that completely shifted to stable coin. Okay. Now there's another problem. Government cannot treat it as a legal tender, right? So then government came up with a new idea. Government came up with a new idea, okay, where they are taking blockchain and applying bit of centralization, and that is known as e-rupee, CBDC, central bank digital currency, e-rupee. Have you heard about it? E-rupee, digital e-rupee, or CBDC, central bank digital currency. Yes, Maitri. Yes, Maitri. Yeah. There's a people solve maths problem. Yes, yes, yes. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that. Okay. Okay. So Karthik, you haven't heard about CBDC. Okay. It was introduced by RBI. Okay. So I have an entire case study for it. Okay. We'll study it tomorrow. So it's a regulated form of cryptocurrency. It's a regulated form of cryptocurrency. If you guys are using Indian banks, let's say SDFC, Union Bank of India, ICICI, Yes Bank, and any other name do you have, okay, you will find an application on Play Store, or let's say Apple Store, that e-rupee by HDFC or CBDC Union Bank. Like for me, I'm using Union Bank of India, so I have digital rupee, e-rupee by Union Bank of India. So it's also uses blockchain. It's a regulated form of cryptocurrency. That is a legal tender. And for that, I'll explain everything from scratch what CBDC is tomorrow. If we want to create our crypto coin, how we will create ours? We can easily create that. Okay, so we will be using Ethereum. Ethereum is a blockchain. Okay, which I'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, e-rupee is launched by government. Yes, it was introduced by government and mostly by RBI. So RBI is the main body who regulates it. Okay, RBI introduced, the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, because they were fed up with this this cryptocurrency thing. So they came up with a centralized part of cryptocurrency that is known as CBDC, central bank digital currency. It has a lot of pros, it has a lot of cons as well. Okay, so we'll discuss everything. Okay, so be patient. We'll see everything from scratch. We'll learn everything from scratch. Shreya, so yeah, if we want to create our own cryptocurrency, we'll see that. Okay, we'll surely see that. Okay. Okay. Now you guys must be having questions for smart contract as well. Those who have heard about it. So we'll cover everything. Okay. Every application, all the projects that I really like, that I really consider investing. Okay. And the future holds, the blockchain efficiency. All right. So I guess any more doubts? Is Solidity part of this course? Yes, it is. Okay, we'll see the working of it. We'll create a small smart contract on Solidity. Sir, which OS is better? Windows. Okay. Sir, which OS is better? Windows or Linux? See, it depends. If you are into, I mean, if you want more user interface, so Windows is much better. Okay, but for, let's say, if you want to uh, perform activities like hacking or do cybersecurity measures, so Linux is much better. Is cryptocurrency ownership legal in India? Yes, it is. I am holding 1,000 worth of Solana with me. It is legal. It is legal. Is e-rupee and online bank money same? No, it's not same. That's something really exciting. Okay, so I'll discuss it with you guys. Okay, tomorrow. It's a large concept. Okay, I have a proper document for it. So we'll discuss about it. Okay, so crypto ownership is legal. How does blockchain handle large amounts of data efficiently? So Harsh, there's a concept in blockchain which is known as Merkle tree. Okay, and apart from Merkle tree, we have concepts of nodes. Okay, nodes are the computers, but there are various options: lightning nodes, light nodes. Okay, so we can use them to handle the large data. Okay, in blockchain. Okay, sir, yes, for sure. MetaMask is the basic thing. Okay, so it's covered. We'll cover. Oh, thank you, Maitri. Sejal is saying anything of value can be tracked and traded on the blockchain network. Anything of value. Anything of value. What do you mean by it, Sejal? Yeah, okay, on blockchain. Yes, exactly. Anything of value. That's really great. I think you are aware of what blockchain is and what's the future. Okay, so anything of value can be traced and traded on blockchain network. That's right. That's right. And for that, I'll tell you a very interesting case study as well. Okay, so for this 15 days course, I have focused more on applications. Okay, where we'll see the live application, what actually these company, I mean the blockchain companies are solving. Okay, thank you, Ashish. Saji, best crypto app. Uh, best crypto app. If you are into Binance, you can use Binance. Yes, we have to pay tax on cryptocurrency. Government has made 30%. 30% tax. And that's why money laundering is taking place. Money laundering, you know what money laundering is? Okay, and it is really happening. Okay, I'll share this case and then we'll end the class. So what's happening is, suppose I have 1 lakh worth of Bitcoin. If I want to cash it out using, I mean in the legal way, I have to pay 30% tax, so I'll be getting 70,000. Okay, now money laundering is taking place. There are various groups on Telegram. Okay, there are various groups on Telegram where you can mention I have 1 lakh worth of Bitcoin. So people now will propose that I'm ready to give you 90,000. Someone will say I'm ready to give you 85,000. Someone will say I'm ready to give you 95,000. So this is what money laundering is. This is what money laundering is. You are creating. You are. Uh, what do I say? You are exchanging your black money into white. Okay. So instead of doing it legally, where you are getting only 7,000, people are now going. People are now going to these people who are giving them 80,000, 90,000. So that's what money laundering is. What are the reasons for the popularity of cryptocurrency? Again, why? Because first thing, people see profit. Okay, people see profit. Second thing, it is available 24 into 7. It's not like stock market 9 to 3. Okay, it's 24 into 7, and people across the world can invest into anything. There is no regulation. If you see in the conventional world, there are some regulation. If I want to buy a stock of America, I have to do a lot of compliances. I have to KYC, know your customer. I have to register myself. Then they have to do a video call. There are a lot of things required. But when we talk about Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, you can directly buy it without permission. Don't have to do anything. So that's why people are considering cryptocurrency. Okay, but again, if you're not doing research properly, it has effects. Okay, it has effects. Okay, the Bitcoin blockchain is not owned. Yes, the Bitcoin is not owned by any entity. It is maintained by decentralized network of miners and nodes. Yes. Who asked this question? Yes, Sejal, that's right. It's not stored by a single entity. Remember the Yep case. That information that Bob Sona coin is not stored on by a single entity. It was stored by every villager. I think you were there, right? Were you there during the Yep when I was telling the story of Yep? Were you there, Sejal? Okay, till then, Sagar, as the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as a virtual entity, how actually okay. Again, once we'll understand cryptography, you will answer me then. Okay, you will gonna answer me then how it actually how it really works. Okay, so wait, once we'll complete cryptography. Sir, is there, yeah, like I told you, money laundering activities, but again, if you are caught doing this activity, it's a criminal, it's a crime. Okay, and it's a crime in India. It comes under anti-money laundering laws, what we call it, anti-AML, yeah, AML laws. Okay. All right. Sir, applications name mention. Application, I'll tell you once we'll go through the sessions. Okay. The like we have discussed what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is an application. Tether is an application. Okay, so we'll study more. Okay. Okay, Sejal, so you were not there when I was telling the CF story? Okay. I guess once I'll share the document. Okay, so it's written there. Okay, so you can read that PPT. Okay, so it's a story, Sejal. It's a story that was 500 to 600 years ago. Okay, where people used to do transaction using rice stone. They have this unique kind of rice stone. Okay, which was carved using the calcite, the limestone. Okay, so once you will receive that PPT, it's really easy. I have written everything in a very layman language. Okay, so you will understand. And if you find any doubt, just let me know. Okay. I guess, okay, Togati Singh, thank you, Togati. Any other doubts? I guess no, so I can, let's end the session for today. Okay. And then
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, students. So, if you have any doubts about the LMS or anything else, and I did share the attendance link at 8:30 and up to that as well. I'm resharing that if anybody missed, so please mark your attendance, share your feedback about the session. And if you are done, if you don't have any query or question, so let's see tomorrow then at same time. Hey guys, so we'll wind up for the day. Thank you so much for the joining the day one, and I'm pretty sure that we'll again come tomorrow on same time. So please join in the same. So we'll start the session on time only. Okay. So